Welcome to No Notes.
I'm Colby,
And I'm Alex.
and welcome back to this week's episode of No Notes.
Episode 4, we made it. So as always, we're going to begin the episode with our tops and bottoms. For the new folks, we flip a coin and decide which one of us will discuss a top, aka a highlight of the week, and the other will discuss a bottom or something that was kind of disappointing.
I'm calling heads.
Heads?
I'm calling heads for top.
So I have a coin here. Let me flip it. If it lands on heads, top, Colby. Oh, and it's a heads.
Yes.
Okay, so start it off.
Let me think. I feel like I have a few here that I've been weighing on, but okay, I know what it is. Have you watched this week's episode of SNL?
I have not. I haven't really watched SNL in a while.
Totally. I hear you. It's hit or miss. But last night, Troye Sivan
Hosted?
was being played by Timothée Chalamet as someone's sleep paralysis demon.
What the fuck?
With Bowen Yang as the doctor.
Oh, you know Bowen Yang wrote that skit.
Yes, it is. And Timothée is literally trying to do the Got Me Started choreography.
Is he doing a pretty good job?
No, it's like he is trying his legs for the first time.
Oh God,
you have to watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it.
But
tonight.
that to me is like the most memorable thing of this week. It's hysterical. Oh. You need to see it. It's a fever dream.
Was it last night that you watched it?
I watched it at like 3 a.m. this morning once I saw it on TikTok.
So funny. So my bottom of the week is Barry's Boot Camp.
Really?
Yes. So
you love Barry's.
Exactly. Right. Every Saturday that I'm in San Francisco, I work out Barry's Saturday morning. It's like my routine. My partner and I go.
I'm there 1 out of 10 times.
Maybe a year. So
was this another nutsack incident?
No, even worse, way worse. So my partner and I, we went to Barry's. Our class started at 9:30. We get there at 9:26 and we can't log in. So we go to the counter and we'll call her Becky at the front desk. Told us that they gave away our spots at 9:26.
Why?
So my partner, right, is way more aggressive than I am. He's like, "Excuse me," and she was like,
"Is that like the 5-minute check-in rule?"
Yes,
thing?
She's like, "It's a 5-minute check-in rule, and it's a full wait list, and we cannot start late. I'm sorry." And my partner just goes off on her, and I had to disassociate. We had a friend in there. I looked at her and I was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I just had to leave because he was just going in on her. But also that's so rude. You can see from our track record that we always go. It's not like we're late. I've also
never seen them enforce that 5-minute check-in. How many times have I checked in late to those classes?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, everyone shows up late all the time. All the time.
I come in the class is already starting on the treadmills and I'm walking in.
Right. My partner went off on her and then messaged the Castro
GM.
Yeah, and then he got and did a general one online. We ended up getting a free class, but it was we were so angry. More so him. I was okay with just working out at Equinox, but fuck Barry's. We're done. Barry's can suck my dick.
Who hasn't?
Okay. So this week we went, or this past weekend we went to Palm Springs in part to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, I mean a few weeks late, but we moved it to align with Palm Springs Pride.
Right. And I mean, it's only 2 weeks after your actual birthday.
Yeah. So in previous, this has become a little bit of a tradition for us. Sometimes it's on my actual birthday. Sometimes we do it at Halloween. And this time we figured we would just go another week out and try Palm Springs Pride.
Yeah. And if there's a place that we're experts in besides San Francisco, I think it's Palm Springs. So we've been there. This is our 4th time in a row.
Yeah. Something like that. I mean, I've gone a couple times a year for the past few years. So
right. Yeah, so Palm Springs is a really cool location, especially in the fall and spring, because you get those 90-degree days still. We're there first week of November and it's still really, really warm outside, but not like the July weather where you can't go outside.
Right.
You still get the last moments of going in a pool and it being still very comfortable. So also something that I always think about Palm Springs when we get there, the age group there, it's different than say New York or P-Town, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit like the Heaven's Waiting Room concept, but for gay men.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's like, it's a retirement community. It's a lot of older gays and retirement communities in general.
I always associate it with like Leslie Jordan, rest his soul, but that's the
yes.
kind of gay I imagine that I'll run into a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like the fabulous, like you can just tell like back in the 70s, 80s, they were just like twink femme bots
Yeah. Yeah.
getting railed every day.
It's the ultimate evolution of the demon twink.
Yeah. It's like, this is when they become full circle. Like they finally understand all the mistakes. They become like these shriveled up Leslie Jordans. It's like poetic.
It's the third evolution in the Pokemon cycle.
Oh God. So, what are your general thoughts on growing old? Does it scare you?
Yes. I guess yes and no. Of course I think we all go through the like we don't want to see ourselves look older or maybe be able to do less things.
I think my thing is getting older and honestly losing my mind. Dementia runs in my family, and like every time I associate with getting older, I don't like really. I do care about the physical things, but I think the scariest thing is losing your mind.
Yeah, no, I feel that. But at the same time, I could go for like dying early, dying young,
Hot, like dying hot. Like
yeah,
I want
burn out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, I want my open casket. I want people to be like trying to still touch me. Like one more blood flow to the penis still.
Just one more sip from the nipple.
Yeah, just like maybe this will revive him and then sit on my face.
Would you rather you die first or your boyfriend, husband?
So I think I would rather be the last one to die, like out of my friends, out of my family, because I feel like no one can live without me. I mean, like who would you talk to? No one. You'd be so alone, and it scares me to like think that these people, like you would be nothing without me. No friends, like you'd have no one to bully.
Except for all the other people I've introduced you to.
It's not the same. It's not the same. You would have no one to talk to. You'd be like alone, and they would.
The only thing that would be
sad.
missing is I wouldn't have like a furry chest to hold me at raves. That would be the one thing I'd be missing.
That you need that at least once a month. If you don't get it, you go crazy.
I think I have a different opinion on this. I guess it depends on like if my partner and I are young-ish or if we're really old. Like if we're really old, I definitely want to die first. I mean, you don't want to have to be trying to find someone else who's going to look after you.
Yeah, but what about the process of your partner? Like say you go insane, like the week before you pass away, like having your partner coordinate. Like I would much rather be the one that has to like coordinate everything, like contact the family. Like it just like it makes me so sad to think that
Because you don't like carrying guilt.
Yeah.
But if we're both sort of young. I'm definitely comfortable with him going first. Like, I just think that I would carry off the widow or
you just want to be fucked in black.
No, I just think I would be a hot widow.
Oh my God. Explain. Like, what would you be wearing?
I mean, I would definitely wear, dark tones a lot, but a lot of really expensive jewelry.
I can see you, crocheting in a rocking chair on a porch.
Yeah.
Or singing like Sarah Jessica Parker in Hocus Pocus.
This is the thing. Like, I've always been sort of a middle-aged woman as it is. Like, Nancy Meyers movies that's my aesthetic, right? Like, I love a good cashmere turtleneck. I love fine jewelry and luxury handbags. I love a filthy martini. I have a thing for pool boys and lawn boys. Like, that's just sort of my general vibe.
Is WILF a thing?
WILF?
Yeah.
We could make it a thing.
Yeah, WILF I'd like to fuck.
I think I would be a hot WILF.
Yeah. We'd be hot WILFs.
I always say this.
Let's kill our partners.
Like, if my partner lives too long, eventually I'm just going to pretend he's like a poltergeist. And so I'll just keep referring to him as if he's gone, and they're going to be like, he's right there. And I'm like, oh my God, you see him too?
Oh God. Do you want to be in a retirement community? Like Palm Springs?
Like Palm Springs?
Yeah.
I guess if I do have to get old, that's sort of the ideal, is that it's like you, me, and our other boy, Mike, Golden Girls style, but in Palm Springs instead of Miami. That for me is like the dream.
Yeah. I
Like, I don't want our partners to die. Like, I hope they're in the assisted living home nearby, and we'll go visit them on Tuesdays or something.
We'll feed them their like applesauce.
And well, I just know I'm going to be getting called all the time because Elle's like inappropriately groping some twink that volunteers there or something.
Oh God, the entire staffing at the assisted care would be my partner's. He'd be the mayor of the new assisted living.
Would you be down to live Golden Girls style?
I think that'd be really fun.
You know what though?
Like a dorm style?
It wouldn't be you, me, and Mike though, because let's be real, he's not going to make it that long. It's definitely going to be you, me, and Ryan.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna be like, well, this is the best thing we have. He's gonna live through Ryan.
What do you think our like pastime would be? You know, people have like bridge, dominoes. They go to like the golf course. What do you think our pastime would be?
Giving out ones at like a strip club. Like we would make like origami out of the $1 bills and then just chuck them.
So we're just at Chill Bar, all day.
Or oh my God, imagine if we became singers at Quads.
Oh no, not Quads.
So you've seen American Horror Story, right?
Yeah.
Remember season 3, Coven?
The personal hell.
Yes, exactly. So everyone has to die, and like we as a viewer get to see each of the characters' personal hell. Mine would be at Quads. There would be a room full of like 60 plus older gay men, and they'd all be looking at the screen. It'd be some obscure 1960s black and white musical. I would not know any of the lyrics, and it'd just be on repeat over and over and over.
What's really funny to me, so Quads is a music bar, but I guess, how would you describe it? It's people are singing like
instead
classic.
of porn on the TV, they have musicals, and it's encouraged to sing.
Right. And so I had never been to it. We've just walked by it countless times, but we went there for the first time ever on this trip because we have a friend that likes to sing and he's good at singing, and thought he would appreciate just popping in there. But I was dying because I was saying, oh, we're definitely going to see Judy Garland playing, and they're going to be playing that like Ring Ring with the Trolley song. And we get there and what's playing?
Yeah, it was an entire marathon of Judy Garland, including
that song. Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about? And it was a song. I was like, what? I thought you made this up. I thought you were just like making some ridiculous joke, but no, it was there.
If we do live in Palm Springs dorm style, we're definitely going to have people take care of us. Like, I'm not having kids, or you?
I think over the last like 2 years, I've changed opinions.
Okay.
I think I do want 2 children, but I feel like it'd be if they could age really quickly, or
you just pick the ones you want at the adoption center.
Like really old, like 14. They're like cool already. I'm like, if it's a girl, I'll be like, this one's gonna be an AFI. I'm gonna pick her. There's that, and then also, or I could get like The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, like where I get a really old guy and he like ages backwards. That way they already know a little bit of math.
I think we'll just be like the same go-go boys that we're throwing ones at will end up being the people that take care of us in the daytime.
Yeah. Like we're going to write them in our will. They're going to trick us into giving our entire estate to them. I could think of worse. Oh, how do you think you're going to die?
Oh, this is a good one. I think it would be funnier if we tell each other first how we think each other is going to die.
Okay.
How do you think I'm going to die?
I think you're going to die from a heart attack caused by a panic attack. And it'd be...
what would I be panicking over?
You're at an airport. You get a call from the person that's house sitting. And they say, we got broken into.
This is basically almost happened to me before.
No, it did not almost happen. You thought. And you would have a panic attack.
But I was having a panic attack.
And you would die. And it'd be like 50. You'd be like 50 at this time. Okay. It'd be the most ridiculous. You'd be like, oh.
The way I see myself actually dying is on some luxury cruise ship. like Titanic style, like the ship's going down. I'm there and lots of diamonds, and I'm just sipping on my last martini as the ship's going down, the water's filling in. That's how I think. And you know what my last thought is going to be?
It's going to be like, how the fuck do I get on the rich boat?
No, it's who the fuck is inheriting my handbag collection?
It's going to be your family. And they're going to be like,
absolutely not.
They're going to treat it like a JanSport.
Do you want to hear how I think you're going to die?
Yes.
So when society inevitably falls apart and we're all cast into districts, I definitely think you'll be in like the 10th Hunger Games.
Oh my God. I'd be so fucking useless. I'd be the person that eats the berries, but at the very beginning. I'd be like, ooh, berries. Cannon.
That's definitely how I think you're going to go.
I think I'm going to actually die by being sex trafficked. I think I'm going to be in Mykonos.
I feel like every time we go on trips, you think you're being sex trafficked.
Every single time. Never trust British guys, specifically from Manchester.
Especially ones that tell you they're financial advisors.
Oh, no. They're going to sex traffic you, and then they're going to use your body to stuff it with drugs and get it across borders.
Or when random women come up to you at pools in Mykonos, at gay places.
Yeah. Oh, there were... Quick side story. When we went to Mykonos this year, there was this random woman. She had a foreign accent, untraceable, if you ask me. And she came up to us and she said, "What do you guys do?" And Colby and I, told her. And then she looked at me and she said, "Are you also a model?" And I was like, "Something's going off. Why are you at a gay beach club
by yourself?
And you're talking to us about how to get sugar daddies?"
I mean, in all honesty, I think she was trying to scam people for like bottle service. Because they were setting all that up and people were ordering tons of bottles, and then she was hanging out at different tables just drinking people's alcohol. But super sketch to be in a place like Mykonos that's obviously very expensive, seemingly by yourself. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I think she's definitely trying to.
And actually, that's a life lesson. If you meet people traveling on their own in those places from Russia, Far Eastern Europe,
Dubai,
and or non-London, England. It's just best. It's just best.
We're everywhere. Just everywhere. Oh, God. So should we get to the meat of our conversation?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, actually, you know what?
What?
Can we deviate from the tops and bottoms for once? I
Yes.
really want to share my bottom.
Okay, what? Oh, this we can't do this every time, but we'll do it this time because you asked nicely.
Well, I usually get to bottom, so I want to do it this week.
Okay.
I will admit that I have watched episode 1 of Fellow Travelers like 4 times this week.
They haven't released the other episodes?
I think there's 3 now. There's one this week. I haven't watched it yet. Actually, no, it comes on tonight. But this is with Matt.
Why is that a bottom?
Because I shouldn't be watching it this much. Have you seen it yet?
I don't think you have the right understanding of what a bottom is. Bottom is
No, I'm saying it's like I've reached the point of desperation that I'm watching like Matt Bomer pile drive these men over and over again.
That seems like a positive.
Matt Bomer and Jonathan Bailey's chemistry is super hot. And, I was seated pretty close to Matt Bomer at Men's Fashion Week earlier this year.
I remember.
And this is like my number one request for seating in January is like, could you guys just put me a little closer to Matt Bomer? I have questions. All right, we can move on.
Okay. So it was Palm Springs Pride. So there was a couple of parties, but
Which is kind of always Pride there, to be honest.
Honestly, it is. But we did the two parties they were hosted by Desert Heat. So the first one was GPS. Do you want to go over sights, sounds, and smells at GPS?
Okay.
Okay. What are some sights that you're imagining?
The laser lights.
Laser lights.
Intense laser light show. And honestly, kind of a vibe.
Yeah, their entire setup was really cool. Like the lights were done in a way that it didn't matter if you're in the front or in the back.
It spanned the entire ceiling.
Yeah.
So the setting for this party was in a ballroom / conference center of a hotel in downtown Palm Springs. Like this was the main event party of the weekend.
Yeah, we'll get to the venue. I have notes on that venue.
Okay.
What about sound?
Of Palm Springs in general, or just this party?
Let's do general Palm Springs.
The sound of bachelorettes screaming.
Yeah, it's since the pandemic, it's become a huge mecca. It's probably always been, but I've only noticed it since like going more often. But it is a huge mecca, and they always end up at Hunter's.
Yeah, if anyone from Hunters listens to this, I'm done with you. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going back.
You have to stop.
Like, and this is a general piece of guidance for gay bars. You have to decide who your customers are. You don't get all of it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be trampled on by bachelorettes all night who have come to these places and treat it like a zoo.
Yeah.
They're like, haha, we're with gay people. They're so funny and exciting to hang out with. I'm not here for it.
Yeah. I don't want to hear woo in my ear.
Yeah, lots of screaming.
Yeah. What about the smell?
It's a little bit a mixture of like Dracar Noir, like Old Men's cheap cologne, and then the Bath and Body Works fragrances that the bachelorettes cover themselves in.
I was going to say chlorine.
Chlorine.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of.
During the day.
But I feel like a lot of the pools are saltwater.
No.
Ours was saltwater.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I dove in.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. My eyes would have burned because all the...
I asked one of our guest house members and he said it was saltwater.
Well, they can't taste salt water from chlorine if it slapped them in the face.
Okay.
So we went to GPS. Like I said, it was hosted by Desert Heat.
This is like Desert Heat is the main, I would say the main promoter. This year there were several promoters of parties there, but this is like the typical circuit one that occurs every Palm Springs Pride.
Yeah. So, I mean, right. So it was, what hotel was it at?
Hotel Zoso.
Sozo?
Zoso. Zoso.
Zoso. So we get there. It's just like any standard hotel, but then we have to go down a flight of escalators. Oh, also people working that event, dumber than a bucket of spit.
Former Go-Go Boys.
Yeah, so stupid. Do you remember when your partner left and then came back? He already had paid for his bracelet, and he was like, "Are you VIP?" And he's like, "Oh, I have my bracelet." And he's like, "But are you VIP? Can you not see the bracelet? Does it look like VIP?"
My favorite was that it's like, oh, have your ID to show someone, and the security just was doing nothing.
Everyone got in. Everyone. 12, a baby in the stroller got in. Yeah, not the...
Do you think there were families that booked during this weekend that were like, oh, why are all these people headed downstairs? And they went down that escalator and...
Idiots, probably. But there's no way that the sound didn't...
carry.
Was it not the loudest party we've ever been to?
Probably. I mean, it was definitely really loud.
It was so loud. Like I had the earplugs, and the next day I could still hear the ringing, even though I had earplugs the entire night. It was by far the loudest party I've ever been to. And I remember your partner saying, like, this is extremely, extremely loud.
The music was fire, though.
The music was great. Like circuit music obviously has like the bad
But this wasn't
connotation.
just like the pots and pans.
They had a ton of 90s, 2000s songs remixed into it. Lyrics.
The DJ I think was Alex Acosta.
Yeah,
and I remember he played Titanium, a certain mix of it, and every bit of my skin crawled. It was just such an epic mix of it, and the mixture of the laser lights that they had synced with it, it was a stunning performance. Like it was to me like the Ibiza club quality level. It was
really wow.
I loved it.
I remember he remixed a song from Christina Aguilera's Candyman era, and it was a slow piano ballad that he remixed into a circuit song. And I just thought that was great. Like I was like, I've heard this song before, and I remember it's because I'm a fag.
I would be very down to go to more performances by him.
Yeah.
We should look at his calendar.
We should. I think that we've never followed a DJ before. I think that'd be fun.
Man, this is like the next wave of our circuit gay transformation. We're starting to follow DJs around. Cringe.
So what did you think about the venue?
Can I just say, can we have more parties with carpeted floors?
It was so disgusting. I cannot believe I went into a circuit party with there was carpet everywhere, and it was like the 1990s carpet where it's like really shallow. Oh, it was so gross.
But it's
Everyone
so
was
much
sweating.
better for your knees.
I remember at one point I was like, "Wait, is there a leak in here?" No, it's all the condensation. But can you imagine all that condensation is falling on the carpet?
Did you notice? So at the beginning, there was AC on, and at some point they turned it off.
Sluts.
Like they just wanted it to get
Hot.
really hot in there, which this is like a general thing. They're trying to people take their clothes off, etc. But you could see the steam coming out of the doors into the hallway.
It was just so weird because the venue looked like one of those conference.
Like someone's bar mitzvah was definitely there the next day. Or
Yeah, they're gonna have a medical conference.
endocrinology conference.
They're gonna find syringes and they're gonna be like, this is a part of the process.
Why is the carpet crunchy?
Well, yeah, and you know damn well the hotel is gonna vacuum and they're gonna call it a day.
Also, I will say we sort of found our little spot and we stayed there, but I'm kind of wishing that we had gone around the venue a little bit.
So you can watch the porn stars.
So I've seen from Instagram a bunch of the Insta gays that were at that venue that I definitely did not see. So
There were a ton of content creators.
well, there was content happening right before our eyes.
God, we could have gotten a free viewing of that.
This always
Darn
happens to us.
rats.
I think they're just turned on by our group and
No, they were like
feel
they smell
inspired.
us. They're like they're a turn off. Can we also talk about the bathroom?
Oh my God. It was like a psych ward.
Yeah,
The lighting.
Yeah, like the lighting was so clinical.
Actually,
yet so
not even
bright.
just the lighting. There were like screams happening.
Flooding. So you went to the bathroom at a point and you heard some very interesting noises.
Oh yeah. There were definitely some people being very friendly.
What did they say?
The direct quote was, "Come in my bussy, daddy." And the stall was physically shaking.
Oh no! Imagine if it had fallen over, crushed your little head. That would have been a great way
That
to
would
die.
be a great way. You guys wouldn't have known though.
Yeah, I mean, I would have laughed the next day when I read it in the newspaper. Like he would have wanted this.
I would love to know who was in the stall.
I would not. And also, your partner saw someone douching.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he saw someone douching, and he said he saw expel out on the floor.
Yeah, and
Which, like, why not in the toilet?
I think it was probably like a fetish because he wants
guess.
other people to like see it, smell it.
Why do you? Okay, so here's my thing. If you're going to go to this kind of party, and there's any remote likelihood in your head that you think you're going to get plowed on
would
the
do it
dance floor.
before.
Well, yeah. Why would you not do it before?
You do it before, and you wouldn't eat. Come on, it doesn't take rocket science to what's gonna.
And I mean,
you put food in. Guess what? The food's gonna come out.
Well, looking at this crowd, I feel like they probably have been going like this all day too. So I feel like there were ample opportunities before this party to do this.
Messy beginnings have messy ends.
Yeah.
There's also I've never seen this amount of people on steroids
Jealous.
in one setting.
I'm jealous.
And they were, I'm like, how can, because they were older. So I was like, how can your little heart take this?
I don't know. I would love for people to like look at me and be like, roids.
And every single one of these individuals, they had a Tootsie Pop. Did you notice that?
No. So I did see one person with the Tootsie Pop, and you guys were talking about it, I think, actually before we got to the club. What is the Tootsie Pop?
So instead of gum, if you're under the influence, you are sucking on a Tootsie Pop. And these people, I think it's like an older thing because these people are like 70 years old and, you know, they are clearly on steroids and just sucking on a Tootsie Pop and they're just like raving.
I don't think that would satisfy my need to grind my teeth.
Well, you would probably might bite into the Tootsie Pop.
Yeah, but that's only going to last for a really short amount of time.
So do you know the answer? How many licks does it take?
Probably like 315.
That's a very specific number. Have you tried it?
Maybe.
Slut. Let's see. Anything else on
No, I just
On
think
GPS?
we definitely should look up that DJ's schedule.
DJ set? I really wish they picked another venue. It must be. Does Palm Spring have like something against large venues? Are there no
I
others?
just don't think there are a ton of options. I mean,
It was a conference room, and that's embarrassing. That's slower than a backup dancer.
yeah. We didn't talk about the party we went to before that, though.
Oh, so GPS was the big party Saturday, but on Saturday during the day, shout out to Nathan who hooked us up.
Actually, Nathan was a real one all weekend.
Told us, so Friday went out to the bars, and he had Colby's friend Nathan had given us a heads up to get this barcode scan to Chill Bar, which is one of the popular bars in town, and it would help speed up the process. And we got this barcode. We get there to Chili's probably like 10:30, and there was no line, at least 50 to 75 people in line.
Yeah.
Having this barcode allows you to skip that entirely, and there are maybe 5 people. People that were in line told me that they were in line for 90 to 2 hours. Like insane. Entirely helped us out. On Saturday, told us that there's this party going on at this beautiful home backyard with a pool. And again, I mean, it seemed like the place to be.
It was all the LA gays.
All the LA gays,
But it was
content
nice.
creators.
It was
nice.
It was nice. It didn't like get super spooky while we were there.
Lay back, great DJ. His friend Gus.
I think it's Johnny.
Johnny.
No, Gus is his partner.
Okay.
We've met the DJ before, though. I just didn't realize he DJs.
Yeah,
but he played a fire
fantastic.
set. The party was great because they had like the trailer bathrooms that were really nice. But this is a moment where I realized that I'm very naive when it comes to these things, because there was the cooler of Gatorade next to it. And I was like, oh, that's so thoughtful. We're trying to keep people like hydrated and with their electrolytes. And that's apparently not what it's for.
No, Gatorade for more hardcore people at day parties. Apparently.
Your favorite Queens?
My favorite. It's the G. It's the G.
It's
Queens.
the G. Maybe it's G.
Yeah,
It's probably G.
it's probably G. But there was also a bar, and it was open to everyone. Also
And the bartenders were hot.
They were like,
Also
hot.
steroids, but hot.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I imagine he interviewed them first, right? Like he was like, I need them to be hot.
There's no way that you randomly get too hot. I mean, have you seen straight bartenders?
Okay,
No.
but here's the thing. Not only were they hot, they made great drinks.
Yeah.
Like that was the best Aperol Spritz I've had outside of Europe for sure.
Yeah, the bartenders were career bartenders, and they were gay, and they're gay because they made their drinks well.
Yep. And it wasn't like the bitchy bartenders, like no attitude. They were hot. They made
Yeah.
fire drinks.
Yeah,
It was great.
great. House again, beautiful, great crowd. There, none of the. I don't think we branched out that much, but everyone.
I mean, we talked to some people, but
Yeah,
I feel like there wasn't anyone we were like vibing with.
right. But great all around gay old time.
We should start bringing with us stickers for our podcast with like a QR code.
And what is the QR code?
It will link to like wherever you can find our music
So,
and our podcast.
yeah, great idea. Have you noticed? Gays are I guess they've been doing this, but there's like a very specific type of Speedo. It's like the clip-on one.
Yeah, it like clips on the side.
Is it Charlie?
I don't know if it's Charlie. I think there's a lot of brands that do it. I think like Rough Skin is one of them. I'm sure Andrew Christian does them.
Yeah. Well, they need to stop. We need to burn them down.
It's just like an easy access thing.
It's ugly.
Yeah, I agree.
People always talk about, the.
Would you rather wear that or would you rather wear the Speedo thong?
Man,
You have to choose one.
this is the definition of between a rock and a.
Hard place.
No, when an unstoppable horse meets an immovable object. I would probably rather wear.
Honestly, the thought of your werewolf ass and a Speedo thong is giving me nightmares.
Yeah, I'd do that to give you nightmares, huh, bitch? God, where was I going with this? whatever.
Well, the other thing you hate are the white Speedos.
Okay, this is where I was going with this. So everyone always talks about the omen of like a black dog, but no one ever talks about the omen of specifically 6 Twinks in white clip-on Speedos.
Okay.
It means that you're gonna
The boat's going to sink.
boat
The
is gonna
yacht's going to
sink.
sink.
The plane is gonna go in the towers.
All your money's going to dry up.
Oh God! All right.
That's like a Miami yacht's worst nightmare, a gaggle of gays in white.
Yeah, that's how you
Speedos.
know someone's gonna die.
Maybe we could call it a murder, like a
The
group
crows.
of crows.
Yeah, a murder is here present. God. Any other notes from the
No,
pool party?
no, thanks for having us. Nathan.
Yeah, thank you. Great party. And then Sunday we did another desert heat party. What was it called?
It was called like Sunday tea, which honestly, after other tea parties we've been to,
It wasn't a tea.
It was not a tea. Tea's a daytime thing.
Yeah.
This was at night. It was at
Aggressive.
a club called Reforma.
Oh yeah, it was a cool club. Definitely a lot smaller than the ballroom. I think they expected most people would probably take off Sunday and not go to the party, but it was a great showing.
Yeah. And so this is like my tip for people doing Palm Springs Pride. Like, do the big party Saturday night. Like, I think Friday night, do the bars like we did. Go to Chill Bar. Chill Bars are, I think, our favorite in general, but they just had a really nice setup. They had the whole arena's road closed off with like little food trucks and all that. Like,
Porta potties.
Spend Friday night there. Saturday, go to a pool party like we did, and then go to the big desert heat party, whatever that is, because that's where everyone's going to be. And then Sunday, I think, is like maybe you go to another day party, pool party,
yeah.
but it's like your rest day because the crowd at this closing party, it was kind of rough.
It was, I would say, it's the professional partiers.
Professional circuit gays.
Tons of Gatorade.
These people have been in the scene for 40 years.
Yeah,
no
decades.
less.
They saw the rise and fall of the Nixon administration. Let's put it that way. But the one positive the big positive I would say is the fucking DJs.
Damn. Both
Can
of them
get
were
it.
hot.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 29th of February.
And this is like a general thing about this weekend. The music overall was
Bob.
really good. I'm the first to complain about the music, and music was fire, but
Yeah.
the DJs were hot.
Hot. The music, they're again, early 2000s. We want Britney Spears with the pots and pans.
We want the lyrics.
We want the lyrics. We want something to sing along to it. They 100% knocked it out of the park. Do you remember the DJ's name?
I don't.
Hot, just hot.
I think he's Brazilian, maybe.
Both of them?
No, one of them is from the UK, I think, and then the other one I think is from Brazil. The first one that we were all talking about.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. You can go look up the flyer, the Desert
Yeah.
Heat flyer, and you'll see their names. But the Sunday night DJs were really hot. Music was fire. I remember there was some great Dua Lipa playing. We were getting Beyonce. There was some Gaga, but it was just
Slap.
the best snippets of top songs just thrown in with some really good beats.
Yeah.
I remember there was a puppy beside us at one point.
Yeah. I've never seen people pull up porn on their phone.
Oh, yeah. There was a group of
Professionals.
I'm assuming professional content creators, and they were observing what I can only assume is the content that they had created that weekend.
Yeah. And they were just pulling it up for everyone to see. And
They weren't trying to hide it for sure.
no. And it wasn't just for like a minute, two. No, it
No,
was.
they were watching it.
And then I kept looking over because obviously they were interesting people. I saw them, they were sending pictures to other individuals, and then those people would show up, and then, one thing leads to another. The birds and the bees arrived.
I don't think I ever got that lesson. Maybe you could give it to me sometime.
Yeah.
I don't think I know how it works. Elle told me though that at one point he thought about like petting the pup because
Good boy.
he said that was the natural feeling is that he should just be like, oh, good puppy, but he didn't.
No. Yeah. Very interesting crowd.
Do you remember when we went to the bathroom?
Yes, I don't remember there being
That-
anything.
It was the spookiest setting I've ever been in.
I think a lot of the times these sort of bathrooms, it's just like a place to kind of chill. And so people are just like, they're not really going to the bathroom. They're not in the stalls either. They're like, chilling at the sink. And I'm just like I get a little shy because I don't want them to start picking on me
Yeah.
or catcalling.
It reminded me of the aftermath in P-Town in front of Spiritus, the zombies. That's what was going on at like the sinks in the bathroom. And I was just like, yeah, I can't deal with this. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Especially on a Sunday.
People were like, their bodies were physically like tweaking and shaking.
Yeah. I don't.
Weird.
Yeah. Weird.
Let's skip that one next time.
Yeah. I think day party probably is the most you should do on a Sunday.
Agreed.
Yeah. Cool day party. And then skip the night party. It's kind of just spooky, and relax.
Yeah. I think Palm Springs Pride might be the vibe going forward though.
Yeah, I know we're talking about maybe switching it up, doing P-Town and Halloween, but I'd ideally like to keep Palm Springs just because Palm Springs, it's a cool place.
We should go like at least once a year.
Yeah.
It aligns sort of with some birthdays.
Right.
And it's a quick, easy trip
Quick and easy trip.
for some of us.
Any other notes?
Should we close out with the food?
Oh, yes. We went to, 3 excellent servers.
And this is not specific to Palm Springs Pride, by the way. These places you can go at any time, and we would highly recommend.
Yeah. So we did the Saturday, we did Bar Cecil.
Bar Cecil, yeah.
That place, first of all, if you want to go there, you have to get the reservation when it
It's
opens
like a
up
month in advance.
30 days in advance, and you have to do it. We saw so many people think, oh, it's just 2 of us. We'll get it. No there's probably 12 tables total?
Yeah, there's not a lot of tables.
No tables. You will not get in. You have to do the reservation 30 days in advance. Well worth it.
I was prepared for it to suck. Palm Springs, again, as a retirement community, I feel like everything's just super salty. It's a bunch of like older people that just like really boring food. But Bar Cecil slapped.
Yeah. Really good. Great service. Food, amazing.
Good espresso martinis.
That's what I was just going to say. Espresso martinis, fantastic. 10 out of 10. They killed it.
And then the final dinner we had at Farm, which I'll be honest, Farm's a little hit or miss for me. You never know what the menu's going to be. It rotates all the time, but the setting is great. It's outdoors and like a little garden with like...
Yeah, it looks exactly like something from Santa Barbara. It's like Spanish style, mission style, Spanish tile everywhere, gardens. It's very, very pretty. And they had some amazing live singing. Apparently she only sings for Farm. Fantastic.
She killed Tracy Chapman, Adele.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
She took any sort of song recommendations and she would just pull up the notes, the musical notes, and play it. Amazing. Killed it.
Yep. And that place just sort of transports you. You don't really feel like you're in Palm Springs.
No. It
Definitely
feels like you're in Spain or Santa Barbara.
Yeah, it's a really nice thing for anyone to do, especially if you're not into maybe the parties or the bars. Like Palm Springs has a lot to offer. The one final thing that food that comes to mind was the birthday cake.
Yes. So Elle always gets the best cakes from. Do you know the bakery?
I have no idea.
No idea. They do fantastic cakes, custom. This year, they did a Poppers bottle,
Rush bottle,
and it was filled with strawberry.
I was a little scared about this because Larry had asked me what flavor I wanted, and I was like, "Oh, I could definitely go for like a strawberry." And I was really worried that it was going to be an opossum cake because I love opossums. Mm-hmm. And have you seen Still Magnolias?
No, but I remember you talking about. I can't imagine cutting it into.
Yeah, one of the characters makes a armadillo roadkill cake.
Oh my god!
And so I was just imagine cutting into this possum with like the pink layers, and I was just like, this is gonna make me really sad. So I hope it's not an opossum. Yeah. So I was so thankful for it to not be that.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic! That cake was 10 out of 10. Great cake. Oh, so good, and everyone did such a good job.
Yeah, it was probably the best cake other than me that got eaten that weekend.
That's so stupid and disgusting. Oh, so who would you recommend Palm Springs Pride to?
Everyone but the Bachelorettes, please.
Yeah, I would recommend it to my grandpa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he would love it.
He would throw down?
He'd throw down tons of people his own age. And he loves Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, I would say it's great for anyone that wants to feel younger again, who wants to feel like a twink.
Yeah, anyone going through a midlife crisis, go there.
Yeah, there will be no judgment, no shame. I mean, we'll be judging you, but more broadly.
But not openly. Don't worry.
Yeah,
We'll wait
only
until
later.
we'll get behind a microphone first.
Exactly. But yeah, I think it was a great time. I look forward to doing it next year.
Yeah, can't wait. See ya.
All right, see you next week. Hey, it's Colby and Alex here. Thank you for listening to No Notes.
If you enjoyed the show, don't forget to follow us wherever you get your podcasts and share with your friends.
You can also follow us on Instagram at No Notes Pod, one word, where you'll find updates on new episodes and see more into our lives and the stories that we share with you on the show.
Your support means the world to us. Until next time, keep it real and keep it queer.